Hey guys, welcome back to another TEKDEP Prepare video. In today's episode, we're going to be replacing the speakers on this MacBook Pro. This is going to be a model A2251. If you guys are interested in a similar repair, we offer mail-in services that you can check out in the links in the description below. If you're interested in the speakers or any parts or tools you see, they're also going to be linked below, or you can check us out at tekdep.com. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we're going to start by flipping the unit over and removing the pentalobe screws along the perimeter here. Note that the two at the top, right and left, are going to be longer than the other 4 screws at the bottom. And now we're going to go ahead and use a suction cup to help remove the bottom panel just by pulling straight up first. And now we're going to push the top case away from ourselves and pull the bottom case towards ourselves, and that is our bottom case removed. The very first thing we're going to do, and the first thing you should do anytime you're working on your MacBook, is disconnect the battery here. To do so, we're going to remove that taped on cover and unplug the battery management unit flex cable. And then using a T5 screwdriver, we're going to remove the pancake screw that holds the connector to the daughter board. So now our unit's safe to work on, and we can get into the speaker replacement. So when it comes to replacing the speakers, there are 2 sets. So you have the top tweeters here and the bigger speakers down here. Sometimes these blow in pairs, so you'll lose both the tops or both the bottoms or just the right side. On this unit here, actually all of these are blown, so we're going to be replacing all of them today. There is 2 options to do this repair. You can either remove the logic board in order to get these off, or you can do what we do today, where we're going to try to do it without getting the logic board out, just to keep it simple, keep it fast. But if you're looking to just replace these 2 bottom speakers on either side here, you definitely don't need to remove the logic board to replace those, but the 2 top ones here, you may. So in order to remove the speakers, we're going to employ the help of some 98% isopropyl alcohol. We're going to go ahead and just kind of coat the outside of the speaker on both sides near the bottom. What this is going to do is just help soften that adhesive strip that keeps this speaker in place. Just going to make it easier to remove. We're going to do that on both sides. And while that's soaking into the adhesive strip, we're going to come up to the left and right hand side here and unplug both sets of speakers. Alright, so we're going to give it a minute. You can go around probably 2 to 3 times on the speakers with your isopropyl alcohol just to make it a lot easier to remove. 1 should suffice, but just in case it's not coming free, of course, feel free to use more isopropyl alcohol. So after letting the isopropyl alcohol sit for a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and use our plastic spudger once again, just to pry these out. And you don't have to be super careful when you're removing these, because these are damaged already. But if your speakers aren't damaged, make sure you're not contacting any of the speaker grills here, because that can either puncture or damage them, of course. Alright, so we've got both our bottom speakers out. We're just going to use some tweezers to get the rest of the adhesive strips off. There we are. And now we just have the top 2 speakers to pull out. And again, I'm going to use the tweezers because I don't have to be super careful because these are already blown and we're going to be replacing them anyways. And we're just going to pry upwards on them. These are held in with a super small ring of adhesive all the way around them. Again, if these aren't damaged and you're removing them to transfer to a new unit, you really want to make sure you don't get in here and in the actual speaker grill, because you will puncture it and probably ruin your speaker. All right, there we are. Same process for the right hand side. So now we're just going to use some more isopropyl alcohol and some paper towel just to clean up where our new adhesive strips are going to go. All right, so with our contact strips all clean now, we're just going to go ahead and lay down some adhesive for the new speakers. You want to make sure you stay on the outside, not on the inside, or else you might cover the speaker grill. You could get some muffled sound, or it won't play at all because it could get stuck. You do want to make sure you put a decent amount of adhesive strips down. That way the speaker doesn't rattle or come loose. And you don't want to use glue because the actual adhesive strip has some dampening to it. So all the vibrations from the speaker don't just resonate and it sounds really rattly. All right, so after setting in our adhesive strips, the bottom speakers are ready to go. We just have to install our top speakers first, which are these guys here. And the easiest way to figure out which way they go is where this little wire coils. So it's going to feed under the logic board and press down. We're going to repeat that process for our right hand one as well. And again, it's going to feed under the logic board and then lay into place. We're just going to press firmly to make sure the adhesive strip from the speaker makes a good bond against the top case. And now we're going to go ahead and use our tweezers one more time to peel off the protective covering on the adhesive strips for the bottom speakers. And now we're going to lay our bottom speakers in place again, sliding this bottom coiled part right here, this little guy, under the logic board, and then pressing them down. And of course, repeating the process over on the right hand side. And now we're going to go ahead and plug all of our speakers in. So it's going to start with this bottom speaker on both sides. It's going to be the shorter of the two cables. I do recommend using the flat edge of a spudger just to get these cables fully seated and to line up correctly. Alright, so there's our bottom speaker plugged in. We're going to go ahead and go with our top one now. So that's our right side speaker set done. We're just going to give it one more firm press, make sure everything is adhered to the top case, and repeat the same process on the left hand side. Alright, that's our new speakers installed. Again, just one more firm press over everything to make sure that it is correctly adhered. And we're going to start by taking our T5 screwdriver and our pancake screw and reconnecting the logic board to the battery terminal. And then we're going to take our battery management unit cable and go ahead and reconnect it. Take our little cover here, place it back down. Take our bottom case, set it on top, and we're going to slide it forward at the top here. You'll hear it click on, just like that. We're going to push down on the sides. And remember, the two longer of the 6 screws are going to be at the top of this unit. And then the 4 that are the same length are all across the bottom. And now we're going to flip the unit over, plug it in, and make sure our new speakers work and sound great. All right, so we're going to go ahead and plug it in and open it up and turn it on. And as you guys heard, our new speakers sound great. No more rattling or blown out speakers. Thank you guys for watching. That's going to wrap up today's video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. And with the help of the community, we'll be sure to assist you. If you saw any parts or tools you need in the video, check out the links below or check us out at TEKDEP.com. If you're interested in a mail-in repair, similar to the one you saw today, or an advanced data recovery, also check us out at TEKDEP.com or the links below. We do it all every day. We'll see you guys in the next episode.